Hi YouTube, this is MQ here, and today we're going to rate our Pokemon gym badges based on how cool they look. Okay, let's get right into it with starting off with the Boulder badge. Okay, very simple design. Real hard rock type. Yes. But it's kind of mid, so we're gonna put it in B. Next we have the Cascade badge from Cerulean City. Very simple design as well. Not too best, but it's kind of looking good, so I'm gonna put it in A. Nah, still B. A little bit better than the Boulder badge. Ooh, the Thunder badge. It's not. It doesn't really look like a Thunder badge, but at the very least, it looks very interesting for a Thunder badge. So I'm gonna put this in A. Next, we have the Rainbow badge. Doesn't really signify the grass types. I don't know why they have a rainbow badge. Maybe the colors and stuff. So, but it's a cool looking badge, so I'm gonna have to put it in A. So next we have the Soul badge. The Soul badge is a very interesting one. It looks like a heart. Doesn't really look like anything that you would expect from a Poison gym, but it's a simple design. So I'm gonna put it in B. Next, we have the Marsh badge. Very simple. Too simple to, honestly. Doesn't really look anything that would signify a psychic gym. Except maybe the gold thing. Similar to Alakazam line. But I'm going to put this in C. Next, we have the Flame badge. Very simple design. It's the Volcano badge, I mean. So it's look good. Honestly, very simple, but has the details enough to stand out. I'm going to put this in A as well. Next, we have the Earth badge. So the Earth badge, it has a very interesting look into it. I don't know what's its connection to the Earth anyway, aside from the plant, maybe. But I'm gonna put this in B. Okay. Now that's it for the Kanto Gym badges. Very simple designs, but it has a lot of personality in it for the most part. Not very significant though. Now for the Gen 2 or the Johto Gym badges, we have the Zephyr badge. Interesting. From Violet City. Very interesting badge. It looks like two wings. I have to give this an A. Then we have the Hive badge. Very simple design. Actually, it looks very clean with the red and the blacks. I have to give this as S. Very cool looking badge. Very clean. Then we have the plain badge. Oh my god, this badge. It's okay to be plain, but it's just a square. Simple. Just like the Marsh badge. It doesn't really look anything good. Ooh, the Fog badge is actually a very cool badge. It's the first ghost badge as well, so I think it gets a really good pass for the S tier, A tier. Then we have the Knuckle badge. I don't really know what happens here. It looks like a fist, but it looks like a chibi fist to me, and the shape is really out of place for a Knuckle badge with the front stuff, so I have to go this with the C. A little bit better than the plain badge. So we have the Mineral badge. It's just an octagon. It is silver. It doesn't really have anything to do with it and something else like the minerals. So I have to go with C. Next we have the Frost badge, Glacier badge, I think. Yep, Glacier badge. It's a cool design for an eyesight gym, and I like the Frost type. Very cool, but it's too simple. I'm gonna put it in B. Next we have the Dragon badge. Rising badge from Blackthorn City, and I think it's a really cool design. Very simple, but really stand out compared to the rest of the Johto gyms. Very similar to the Hive Mind, but it's not there yet, so I'm going to put it in A. Next, we have the Stone badge. Going into Hoenn. Hoenn has a lot of cool looking badges that really stands out compared to its more normal looks from the Kanto and Johto badges. So we have the North Stone badge from the Roseburg City, and I think out of all the rock type badges, this one looks the best. It's not just a simple rock thingy, and I think it does its job really well. So I'm gonna put it in S. So we have a knuckle badge, another knuckle badge similar to the knuckle badge we have earlier. Storm badge. I mean, I think the knuckles don't really look good. Honestly, I'm gonna put this in D. You see. Next we have the I don't know what it is. The Dynamo badge from Mobile City. I don't know what it's supposed to look like a dynamo, but it's not really interesting to me. No matter how you look at it, I'm gonna put it in D. Next, we have the Flame badge. Out of all the fire type badges, I think this one really looks the best. So I'm gonna have to put this in S. It's got a really cool flame. It has a nice texture, and it has a unique part of it. Then we have the normal badge, the balance badge from Norman's Gym. I think this badge looks really good as well. It's a very simple badge, but it stands out from among the normal badges. It's not just a simple plain stupid badge. I'm gonna have to put this in A tier. Next, we have the feather badge from Norman's Gym. And I think it's a really good gym, but I think the Zephyr badge does it much better, and I think it's a little bit too simple, so I'm gonna have to put this in B tier. Next, we have the Mind badge from Musdip City. Nothing to say here. I think it looks fine, but it's kind of meh to me. I'm gonna put it in B. Next, we have the what is it? It's the Rain badge, I think. I think it's a really good badge, honestly. It has it differentiates itself from the other water type badges, and I think it looks really good. So I'm going to put this in A. Yeah. Now we're moving on to Sinnoh. All of the Sinnoh gym badges have a silver plating border around it, which actually makes it look good. Very much. So next we have the first one, which is the mineral badges. The coal badge, I mean. I think it's cool. It looks like a helmet. And it actually looks pretty damn good. So I'm going to put it in A. It's not as good as the stone badge though. Next we have the forest badge. Honestly, it looks really cool. It looks like a lot of trees or the lily pads. I'm gonna have to put this in S. Next up, we have the Cobble badge, and I don't know, it doesn't really look nice. Just some squares. I guess it has some pattern to it, but other than that, not really sticking out to me. I'm gonna put this in C tier. Ooh, this one looks really cool. It is the fan badge from Pastoria City. I think this is one of the more cooler water badges. I'm gonna have to put this in A. Next, we have the relic badge from Hearthstone City, and I think this badge looks really cool. I would really have this in my bags or something. I'm gonna put this in S. Next, we have the miner badge, I think. Mine badge. Yep. It's a little bit messy, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna have to put this in C tier. Next, we have another cool looking ice type badge. In terms of the icicle badge, I think the silver border really helps this one a lot. So I'm gonna have to put this in I think it looks really, really good. Next, we have the beacon badge from Volkner's gym. I think it's a really cool design for an electric type gym. but it doesn't really speaks out to me. So I'm going to put this in the B tier. So next up, we're going to Unova. This one has a lot of gym badges because there's a black and white too. But first up, we have and they also have the gold plating as a border. We have the trio badge from the Titan City Gym, and I think it looks pretty clean for a first gym badge with stuff. And a lot of the gym badges in Nova are very thin. So I'm gonna put this in B tier. Next, we have the basic badge. Honestly, this badge sucks. Just straight line, nothing to say here. So next up, we have the insect badge. It looks more like a grass type gym badge to me, but I think it does its job really well. It looks like some wing, and with that, I'm going to put in C tier. Next, we have a classic electric type gym badge. In terms of the bulk badge, it looks like an electricity. And even though we already have a lot of electric gym types, this is actually the first one. There's just a straight up lightning bolt. And it really looks good with the gold plating, gold border. I'm going to put this in the S tier. Next up, we have the Quake badge from Driftvale City. It looks like tectonic plate shifting, which is a really cool design for a ground type gym. But other than that, it doesn't really speak out to me that much. So, but for the coolness factor, I'm gonna have to put it in A tier. Alright. Next up, we have the Jet badge. Because Kylus is another flying type gym with a feather as its symbol. And honestly, the different color looks nice, but I think the shape of it is really showing it off to be a good badge. I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. Next up, we have another ice type gym, the Freeze badge. Honestly, compared to the other ice type gyms, this one doesn't really look that well. I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. Ooh, this one looks really cool. It is the Legend badge. Very cool name as well. From the Open Lucid City gym. For Dragon type gym, this looks really different and interesting. And we have to put this in S tier. Around here. Next, we have the Toxic badge. Oh, Toxic badge from Burbank City Gym. I think for a poison type gym, this one is really interesting looking. It's a little bit weird with the design on the silver stuff on it, on the edges, but it looks really good. So I'm going to put this in A tier. Around here. Next, we have another water type gym with the droplet using as its symbol. We have the wave badge from the Humila City. This one looks really cool with the wave sting, with the cascading stuff, and honestly, Surreal City Gym is much better. So I'm gonna have to put it in here. Okay, we're done with Unova. Next, we have the Kalos City Gym. A lot of the gym here, badges are a lot much smaller. Maybe they're trying to save up money. So let's start with the Bag City Gym. The Bag Badge. Honestly, out of all the Bag Badges, this one looks really cool. The design is interesting and it works really well. So I'm gonna have to put it in S tier. Around here. Next, we have another rock type gym. We have the Coolif badge. This one doesn't look that much interesting, so I'm gonna have to put in this tier. Ooh, we have the Rumble badge. Another badge with the fists on it. And this one, I don't really get the two badges. I guess It's supposed to signify fighting, but the other one doesn't really look that well. I'm sorry, I have to put it in detail. Next, we have the plant badge. Okay, interesting name. This looks really bad for a simple plant design, leaf design. So I'm gonna have to put it in D as well. Oh, this one's really interesting. It's the voltage badge. There's a lot of lighting in it. It's very cool looking. It's very centralized, and I think this one deserves to go to the 18. Now we have our first fairy badge. I think this looks really good. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to put it 8 here. Looks like fairy wings. Ooh, this one doesn't really look that well. It's the psychic badge from the Anistar City, and it's kind of messy. Like, imagine having this badge. It feels like it could break at any time. So I'm gonna have to put this in C tier. Next, we have another ice type gym. Honestly, out of all the ice types, the Ice Bear badge looks really the worst. Honestly, look. What is this? Next, after that, we're done with Kalos, and for Lola, we don't have gym badges, so we are not gonna do it. Let's move on to Galar. So the Galar are very painted, and they're kind of designed to be put together in a circle, and because of that, they are very strict with their designs. So that's kind of minus points for me, not gonna lie. So our first one is the grass badge. Okay, kind of like me. It's just a weed. And doesn't look interesting. Yeah, see. Next up, we have the water badge. Okay, this one looks a little bit interesting. It's working with its restrictions a little bit more interesting than the others, but it's still gonna held back by the others. So I'm gonna put it in B. Next, we have the flame badge. Oh, this is, I think looks really well for its design. But I still, it gets held back. So I'm gonna have to put this in B. And we have the, what is this supposed to be? A fighting badge. Oh, this one doesn't really look that great, not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to put it in D. As well as the ghost badge. It looks more like a poison type thingy, not just mixed with the poison. I'm gonna put this in D tier as well. And next we have the fair badge. Honestly, this one gets shafted by the design, but the circle. It looks too small to see anything. I think this is the worst one of them all. This one also, it looks really bad. The rock badge. You can't even see what it's supposed to be. It looks like a rock, but it's so blended in with the background and it's fragmented. So there's no clear picture. I'm gonna put this in D as well. Oh, at least this one. The ice badge looks really nice. It actually fits well, even though it also has a small portion. A simple ice cube really helps it a lot. So I'm gonna put this in B tier. So I guess they allocated all of their spaces in that circle for the dark badge and the dragon badge. Because look at these designs. Out of all the badges, I think these badges are really good. And for a first dark type gym, this looks really well. It looks very evil and menacing, but still looks really bad because of the way Galar badges work. And the dragon badge doesn't looks generic, but it looks really well for its part. So I'm gonna put it in B. Next, we have the latest region. We have the Paldean region. We have the gym badges here. I think out of all the regions, the Paldean badges have the nicest looking borders out of them all. However, I think the nice borders doesn't really help in amplifying the design of their gym badges. So let's start off with the bug type gym. It looks like a simple bug, but because of the border looks nice, but it kind of covers up the design of the gym badges. So I'm gonna have to put this in video. Oh, look at this one. It goes for the simple, which actually works really well with the great borders, design detailed borders, but it still doesn't really differentiate it from the other badges. It doesn't stand out. Oh, we have the ghost badge here. Montanavera badge. Okay, I'm gonna have to put it in here. It looks really well, but it's still getting held back by its border being overly designed and actually looks better than the design of the badge itself. So I'm gonna have to put it in here. The grass badge actually looks well, but it still looks really bad. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to put it in C. And it seems that like there's a trend in ice types falling off, sticking to a simple design, but still fucking up a lot of its stuff. And I think I really don't like this one. I'm gonna put it in C. Next, we have the medal badge. I think this one looks really well. If you take away the borders and stuff, I think this will look really well, and actually kind of out of everyone here, it kind of blends well. It looks like the badge you see by itself. Like if the other badges didn't exist, I would think this is the real badge for the normal gym badge, and it looks really nice. I'm gonna have to put this in 18. Next, we have the water badge, a simple droplet. Very simple. Indeed, it is the Cascarafa badge. Interesting. It's a simple badge, but I guess the border really makes it not stand out as much as a gym badge compared to the other badges. So I'm gonna have to put this in preview. Next, we have our last badge for this tier list. It's the Afomada badge, which is a fair badge, I think. Oh, it's a psychic badge. I think it looks really cool. But it doesn't really stand out as well. So I'm gonna have to put it in the tier. And with that, here's my tier list for the Pokemon gym badges designs. And I think for the most part, I think the gym badges that really stand out are ones that look super clean and has standout designs, and gym badges that really differentiate it from the others. The newer gym badges try to have a theme going on with the way they have the borders and stuff, but I think it really doesn't help the gym badges to stand out with their design. So with that, thank you guys for watching. This is MQ. Please press like and subscribe. Let me know what is your favorite badge down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Wait a minute, I'll fix this right up. I think my favorite badge is the flame badge. So yep, that's it. Let me know what's your favorite gym badge, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!